Hello, everyone. This is Nerdling here. I've decided to do yet another Sims 4 challenge. Just going through my baseline characters Stu, Red, Amanda, 70s, and Mask, and of course, Hairball the cat. So, what we have here is I have decided to lock not only people in a house, but everybody in their own room. And the rooms are pretty much copies of each other, slightly different sizes on each one. But they all have bed, cooking facilities, things for the Sims to do like DJ booths, uh, woodworking tables, all that they need to survive and even make a little bit of money. And as you can see, I've painted it a very striking color, so to speak. And the only plans I have to let the Sims out of their house is to feed Hairball. Because, well, I'm not a monster and I'm not going to let the cat starve. So right now I'm just getting everybody in their own little rooms. And by the way, this video is a little bit longer than my usual one for me because what I wanted to show is this was the entire game. I did spend about 15-20 minutes before this creating the house, getting them all set. But after that, I pretty much hit record just to see how long these ding-dongs would survive. So I'm just locking everybody in their room. And excuse me if you hear me sniffling, my allergies are working overtime. And this is with Claritin and various other antihistamines. Because it's that time of year again where it's like everything is yellow. Doesn't matter what color it was originally, it was yellow. And somehow Redneck got out of his room after I locked it, or probably just before I locked it, so I got to get him back in his room. So now his room is locked. 70s man somehow managed to sneak out. So I'm getting him back into his room. All right, there we go. That should get him in his room. And in a moment, I will be feeding Hairball the cat. Just going through and confirming that everybody is locked in their rooms. And as you can see, they have a pool, which I'm sure will end well. And they have a open barbecue pit to make some food and a fridge. They also have zero privacy because everybody has large windows looking into each other's rooms. And so the toilet's in the open, but hey, the shower isn't, so they can at least close that off. But they can see what each other is doing. And the inside, as you can see, is just as striking as the outside. It's kind of got that 70s vibe to it with a bad paint job all over the place, just looking like it's dripping. And right now, they got all these things to do. They can make money, they can paint, they can do woodworking, they can do streaming, they can do DJ booths. So what are they doing? All playing video games. Some of them have turned on their DJ booths to provide some background music. Well, we'll see if anybody wants to gain a useful skill besides gaming. Not that gaming is not a useful skill. It is how I am doing this. But they also have those tablets are able to, their computers are able to stream. So they have all these opportunities to do things. And they do have sinks to do some cleaning. They also have dishwashers. Somehow the bookshelves are nailed to the window and then smashed through it. But that is Sims physics for you. So again, everybody is just gaming. That's all they're doing. Gaming, washing their hands, maybe going to the bathroom. But that's about it. They're not even looking at each other, calling each other, chatting with each other. No, just ignoring each other, locked in a room. I don't think they've even realized that they're locked in those rooms yet. So as you can see, have no problem using the bathroom right next to big picture windows. Because even though they can see each other, they don't see it as something that they have to shoo people away from. And in a moment here, I'll realize that I've forgotten a very important item. Nobody has a bar. Well, we're going to solve that problem right now. So the bars are going into place. Everybody gets their own bars. They all get the same bar, slightly different locations, depending on how much room they have or just wherever my mouse lands. It's usually more of wherever my mouse lands and the lights go green. Mask is going to have the most interesting place to place a bar because her room is pretty much a hallway. So I need to futz around with the bar a little bit, but since it is a critical item, I will figure out how to get it in there. There we go. So now everybody has their bars. So back to your life of gaming or going to the bathroom, whatever you feel like doing. And Redneck, being the evil SOB he is, has decided to play with the mischief skill. And now they're all learning cooking. Oh, God. They're using the grills. Let's see if they're able to survive using said grills. What a shock. They were able to cook and not somehow set themselves on fire. Somebody write this down. A sim used a grill and did not set themselves on fire. A very rare occurrence. Of course, they make their food and then immediately go back to gaming. And Amanda there is using the pool, which again, she's tempting fate because she's using the pool and an open flame, and Redneck's being evil. Stu's just standing around saying, look, a sink, what do I do? And how is that person able to swim? I don't understand this concept. Aren't you supposed to die immediately? And somehow Amanda survived that. So now she's just sitting on the edge of the pool reading. She's got a perfectly serviceable chair, but it's easier to read. The people are leveling up in gaming. And 70s man is ready for bed. And of course, being a Murphy bed immediately kills him. Probably yet another one of the most deadly things in the Sims game, the Murphy bed. Now, while everybody can see poor 70s has passed away, they're not stuck crying. Mask has decided, well, he died, let's see if I can make it. She's able to go to sleep. Death's out there looking around like, what do I do now? Someone got crushed by a Murphy bed. I know how to handle drownings and fire. What do I do in a Murphy bed death? He thinks about it, checks his tablet, says, idiot killed himself with a bed. Reap, soul. And there goes poor 70s man. So our first death is 70s man. Now it'll be interesting to see here is who is our last survivor. If you want to make a guess, feel free. And you'll win a, I don't know, random picture of my cat who's spazzing out right now. Because that's what, she's a cat. She's a bunch of Caraval. She just runs around like an idiot most of the time and tries to fight the other cats. Which you'll probably hear her in a second because she's decided to attack one of the other cats. Or a bug. I can't tell which. So here we are. You know, someone died. Bummer. Well, keep gaming. Hey, Redneck's reading a book. I think he's rather confused because it's not a computer. This is boring. I'm not doing that anymore. I guess I'll do the only thing I know how to do. Game. Everybody around to gaming. Stu just used the dishwasher, which is impressive. Able to clean up after himself. And again, goes to the bathroom and immediately starts gaming. And Mask has decided to cook on the barbecue because when you're wearing a flammable bear suit, that's the natural thing to do. And she somehow survived, though she's not very comfortable. In fact, I don't think anyone's very comfortable right now. They're probably starting to realize that they're in this for the long haul. And of course, Redneck's got all these perfectly serviceable beds, so what's he do? Sleeps on the floor. He's got a bed, he's got a pool, he's got a chair. And I'm going to sleep on this nice hardwood floor. That seems to make a lot more sense than using a bed. And now I'll fall asleep in the chair and get a crick in my neck. I know that feeling. You forget how to sleep. Wake up in pain. Somehow your body said, I don't know what to do with this sleeping thing anymore. Okay, people are going to try and make some more food again. And so far successful, no death, because, well, they just made a salad. Amanda fell asleep halfway through her salad and says, boy, I'm exhausted. Time for a swim in the pool. Or maybe a shower. I don't know. I guess I'll have some of this salad that someone left out for me. It hasn't gotten rotten yet. And in a moment here, I'll realize that I haven't fast-forwarded the game and take care of that. The only problem with a house this size is trying to keep everybody in the same shot. I got to keep flipping around to see what's going on. So, people have tried to use their beds, except for Redneck. But again, they're gaming. Why try and make money? I mean, I've got all these usable skills that I could do, these nice creative skills, so I'm just going to game. They could stream the game and do that, but no, that's too much effort. Just like Stu making it to the bed. Fell asleep right next to it, but couldn't take the 2 steps to go over. And realized that Hairball's food is empty, so I'm going to send Stu out, let him out of his room long enough to feed the cat. and then go right back in his room and we'll lock it up. Hope you enjoy your time out, Stu. That's probably the last one you're going to see for a while. But Hairball's doing pretty good. He's got a bed, he's got food, he's got toys, he's got a litter box. That's all a cat really needs. So Stu says, since I'm tempting fate again, I'm going to go swimming because, well, I made it out of the room, so why not swim? Well, that didn't end well. He did successfully cook, leave his room, get back in, did all these things that should have killed him, yet no. About a day after 70s Man died, Stu's decided it's his turn. Now Death is like, oh, here we go again. I'm not even going to go in the room. I'm just going to reap him from out here and then go talk to the cat. It's a professional courtesy thing. They're just conversing, placing bets on who's going to survive. And then Death just wanders off. And Redneck's being a hothead. It's about time to save. I've lost 2 of them already. Don't want to crash and do this again. So Redneck promptly falls asleep on the floor. Still has not figured out how to use his bed. And if you're not sleeping, you're gaming. While Redneck's staring at the easel like, hey, I could do something with that. Now I'm going to game. And maybe go to the bathroom. And surprisingly, nothing's broken in the house yet. So they don't have to repair anything, and they're not peeing on the floor, so they got that going for them. That's a normal sin life. All right, just kind of again staring at the easel like, what do I do with this thing? Masquerade is unhappy, probably because she's tired and she could go to the perfectly serviceable bed or stare out the window. Either one. Oh, the outside. I remember you so well. Of course, I don't go outside anymore because that involves leaving my house and dealing with, like nature and people. So people are just either gaming, staring out the window, sleeping on the floor, doing whatever. And again, I forgot to fast forward it, so here we go, fast forwarding again. Masquerade's arguing with the outside, and then proceeds the game. Amanda's gaming. Of course, Masquerade got bored with gaming and is now just going to wander around her room. Looks in the window looks outside again, goes, what am I going to do here? Amanda falls asleep on the floor because that is the most comfortable option she has. She learned from watching Redneck. The perfect place to sleep is on the floor. Forget the beds. Masquerade doesn't really like that song. Well, then don't listen to it. You chose it. And Redneck's learning some how to be evil. Of course, he already knew how to be evil. Now he's just reaffirming his evilness. So Amanda falls asleep on the floor. Redneck falls asleep on the floor. Masquerade just wandering around, upset about something. She's arguing with the window again. Never said she was the brightest bulb. And everybody's back to gaming. Well, except for Redneck, who's actually up to mischief. And then promptly falls asleep on the floor. One day he'll figure out what that bed thing is. Today is not that day. They have a bar, and I think so far all they've done is made water. And Redneck falls asleep in the chair because, again, he's got a perfectly comfortable bed. Amanda's cooking. Oh, dear. Let's see how well this goes. Hey, she again managed to cook something and throw something else in the washer. So she goes for a swim in celebration. Go me. I didn't set the house on fire. I did, however, drown. That's like, can't you guys go like a day without dying? To which the answer is a resounding no. Death looks around, checks out his tablet, goes, lost another moron. But hey, Amanda got fitness. I guess dying is kind of like fitness. And now we're down to 2 people left. Mask and Redneck. So I'm going to save just so these people know that we're in this for the long haul. There's no easy way out. So back to gaming. Redneck staring out the window again. Masquerade's having a really bad time. Well, you got stuff to do. Well, just fall asleep on the floor. And Hairball is doing more or less okay. He's got food. He's got everything he needs. He is puking all over the floor, which is normal for a cat to do because that's what they do. They just randomly throw up, hey, Redneck fixed something, and then fell asleep in celebration. And again, poor Masquerade is tense. Well, look, take a shower, go swimming, do a skill, go to sleep, something. Now I'm going to keep doing the thing that's making me tense. Redneck was hungry and realized, hey, wait, I can make food and not set myself on fire, so I'm going to go to sleep. You do know you have a bed, right? It's right over there. Oh, sure, the last one person he used one kind of got crushed by it, but doesn't mean everybody is. And again, gaming, gaming, gaming. And as I had mentioned earlier, this game is in real time. Well, more or less real time with fast forwarding and all that, but this was one session. So in a few minutes, you'll know who the survivor is. And Redneck goes to sleep on the bed. Masquerade is still incredibly tense. Redneck falls asleep yet again. He makes about 10 feet and falls asleep. Stares out the window. But hey, he had a tasty meal, so that's a good thing. And he's back to causing mischief. Masquerade is angrily sleeping. It's almost like she's angry that the bed didn't kill her. She made that bed with aggression. See, Redneck's just going to move his dirty dishes around and go to sleep on the floor. And then stare out the window. And back to mischief. Okay, Redneck, it's about time for you to fall asleep. There we go. Masquerade is still very upset at something. Redneck's not feeling that comfortable. Hey, he's taking a shower, so he's trying to relax. And again, the cat has left little presents all over the place. Guess he doesn't like his food. And there goes Masquerade, drowning in the pool. Death wanders in. 70s man is the only one that's upset. Death wanders in and goes, all right, you're done. Leaving Redneck, who never did quite figure out how to use the pool. Well, goodbye, everyone.